On day 1, I spawned in as a diamond transformer during an all-out battlefield. There was a massive fight taking place between us Autobots and evil Transformers I had never seen before. Oh no, I need to help! I charged through the battlefield as my allies were being deactivated one by one until a massive Autobot dropped down in front of me, shielding me from a hit.
My boy, you're Diamond! You may be the hero we need in order to stop all of this!
Me? But what is even going on? Just then, their all-powerful leader, Sentinel, burst into the area.
It's too late for you, hero! All you Autobots are nothing but scrap! And when I'm done deactivating you, I will use your power to turn this world into my new empire!
He powered up a laser and aimed it right at me, but Alpha Trion leapt in the way, taking the full blast instead. Are you alright?
We don't have much time! Hang on!
Trion blasted the ground below us, causing us to fall into darkness. On day 2, the two of us fell down into the city sewer below.
My boy, listen to me. You are our final hope. The power of the diamond has chosen you. You must save our people.
What? Me? But how? Just then, he threw over a mysterious item as a group of Sentinel's minions fell down into the sewers.
Dang it!
I did as he said, and once I picked up the item, I felt myself grow stronger. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had my own diamond blades? Whoa!
There are 6 more Matrix shards out there. Finding them is the key to stopping this. Don't let Sentinel succeed. If he does, all of us Transformers will be extinct.
He shoved me back, causing me to fall into a sewer pipe. No! Try on! I was helplessly washed away until I came bursting out into fresh air. I can't believe it. The Matrix chose me? What does that even mean? I looked at my new surroundings to see that I had made it to the outskirts of the city.
Put the blades down, crazy robot!
Huh? Suddenly, multiple police cars came driving in and surrounded me.
Your kind is a threat to our city. Weapons free, men!
They began to shoot me with crazy enhanced weaponry that shocked my entire body. Ah! I darted forward and slashed into one of the cars, causing it to explode.
Oh, I love that car!
With this opening, I began to run down the street to escape, but they were right on my tail. Just leave me alone. Suddenly, I felt my body began to shift as I myself transformed into a diamond truck. Whoa, I was much faster now and quickly sped down the street, losing the cops instantly. Woohoo! But as I rounded another corner, I was cut off by a blockade. Oh no! Before I could react, they blasted into me with their enhanced weaponry, causing me to short circuit. On day 3, I woke up standing in the middle of a large junkyard? What the? I looked around for any sign of an exit when I saw the body of a yellow transformer on the ground. Wait, Bumblebee? I rushed over, but as soon as I got close, I saw that he was completely deactivated. Sentinel must have done this. But as I said this, the ground below us opened up. Ah! We both fell into a large conveyor belt, and on the other side was a massive car crusher. Oh, come on! I saw an exit, but I couldn't just leave B behind. I tried everything I could to push his shell towards the exit, but I just wasn't strong enough. Just then, I saw a familiar glow in all of the scrap on the conveyor belt. Is that another Matrix shard? I quickly ran over and grabbed it, causing me to upgrade again. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had powerful diamond blasters I could shoot at will. Awesome! I shot up at the crusher, causing it to break just before B was crushed. This also caused my powers to wash over him, reviving him completely. Wait, can I activate Transformers with my powers?
Optimus, you saved me! It looks like you are the sacred Diamond Transformer!
Yeah, I guess I am. Come on, let's get out of here. On day 4, Bumblebee and I found our way out of the junkyard.
I'm so glad you found 2 of the fragments for the Diamond Matrix.
Diamond Matrix? What's that?
Well, it's what gives all us Transformers life. Sentinel destroyed it in order to grow in power. But in doing so,
It's split into 7 fragments. So if I find the rest, I can reforge it and reactivate all of the Autobots? That's how we can take down Sentinel. Alright, where do I find the other pieces? Help! We're being attacked by a talking boat! What the? B and I ran towards the screams, and there we saw a coastal village was under attack by a large boat in the water.
Tell me, where is the shard?
that's Tidal Wave. He must be looking for the Matrix shards too.
Well, I can't let him get it first. I rushed in and began to blast at the Transformer with my diamond blasters, knocking him back.
Ah, you! Don't get in my way!
He shot out another explosion, sending me flying back into one of the villagers' homes. Ah! What? Now there's 2? Wait, I'm one of the good guys. But as I said this, I felt something grab me from behind as the Transformer began to pull me into the water. No! On day 5, Tidal Wave pulled me out of the water, making it much easier for him to land his powerful attacks. I fought back with everything I had and noticed that my hits were beginning to overpower him. Take this!
Ah, no, I won't let Megatron down!
Wait, you're not working for Sentinel Prime?
He will never be our leader! No one else but Megatron will lead the Transformers into a new age! Earth should fear us!
He rushed up to attack again, but because he was close, I was able to slash into him with my blades, almost taking him down.
Ah, I must retreat!
I looked over and saw that some villagers were trying to run away along the coast. Don't do it! But he didn't hesitate and shot out another torpedo right towards them. Thankfully though, I jumped in front of it, taking the hit instead. Hey, crazy robot, you really are one of the good ones. That's what I was trying to tell you. Well, as thanks, I'll tell you about that weird shard he was looking for. Really? Where is it? The villager brought me down the coast, where I could see a large research lab was built out in the water. A crazy science man works there. He took the shard when someone found it crashed into our village. Good luck, Optimal Premium. My name's not... Forget it. Thanks. On day 6, I quietly swam over to the research lab and hid on the platforms as a scientist and 2 robots came walking by.
Yes, get that Transformer shell ready for me. I can't wait to see how many lasers it takes to cover through its core.
Wait, there's another Transformer here. I need to hurry and get that shard. I waited for the patrolling robots to move past as I quickly ran into the lab after the scientist. But as I did, I saw the place was like a maze of hallways. No, I need to catch up to him. I quickly transformed into a truck and sped down the center hallway. But when I made my first turn, I rammed right into a patrol of robots.
Intruder, secure creator.
More of them started to flood into the hallway to stop me, but I saw that one of the far rooms began to seal its vault doors. He must be in there. The robots began to shoot at me with lasers as I ran, but I wasted no time and slashed right through anyone in my way. Once I cleared the way, I rushed in and barely slid under the vault door as it closed behind me.
Interesting.
I turned to see that I had made it to the scientist's main lab, and there, behind a wall of lasers, was Bulkhead.
Oh, you wanted to save your friend here? Well, it just so happens I am no longer in need of a shell.
Huh?
Why would I, when I have a living test subject right here?
On day 7, the scientists began to attack me using crazy electric attacks. Ah! Not this again!
Interesting. Your body does react to electricity.
What? Are you really running tests right now? He was relentless and began to fire a powerful laser right towards me. I barely dodged out of the way as the laser carved through the walls of his own lab.
Stop moving! I'll never prove my hypothesis at this rate!
You are crazy! I tried to run towards the Bulkhead's cage, but the moment I touched the laser, I was sent flying back. Ah!
It seems your kind's intelligence is even lower than I thought.
He came in for another attack, but I had an idea and went charging towards him.
What are you?
I slammed right into the scientist, pushing him back into one of his lasers. This caused another burst of electricity to shock him, finally taking him down. Because of this, the cage powered down, allowing me to use my powers on Bulkhead and revive him.
Well, I'll be. I knew you'd find a way to save me, Optimus.
Glad to have you back. Now, can you help me find where the scientist's matrix shard is?
Before I was powered off, he sold it. That's how he was able to buy all that crazy gear.
Oh no. Well, let's get somewhere safe and think of a way we can track them down. We began to make our way out of the lab and were swimming to the shoreline when suddenly Tidal Wave dropped down in front of us. But this time, he was much stronger. Wait, he bought the shard?
For Megatron!
On day 8, Tidal Wave sent out a massive wave, crashing into me and Bulkhead.
I'm sinking like a rock over here.
Hold on! I rushed over to help, but I was cut off.
Not so fast, Prime.
He sent me flying back into the water again. The shard! It's made him too strong!
You like the new hardware, hmm? How does it feel to be killed by your own power?
He transformed and came charging over to take me down, but before he could, he was blasted off course by a massive explosion.
I got you covered, Optimus. Let him have it.
I began to fight back with everything I had, and even though he was much stronger now, Bulkhead and I's combined strength was keeping him at bay.
No, I can't lose again.
He ran again, but this time, I wasn't gonna let him get away. With the one final diamond slash, I was able to take down Tidal Wave for good. And there, landing on the shore, was the next Matrix Shard. I picked it up, causing its power to surge into me again. I gained 5 more hearts, and can now shoot out a burst of diamond power around me. Yes. We did it! After meeting back up with Bulkhead, I began to hear a voice from inside my head.
Optimus, do you read me?
What the? B? Is that you?
Yes, sir. I'm sending you some coordinates. Meet me there as soon as you can. You're gonna love this.
On days 9 to 10, Bulkhead and I followed B's coordinates to a clearing. I looked up just in time to see a massive Autobot spaceship floating above us. Sweet! The ship sent down a beam of energy, causing us to be teleported onto it.
She's still a little rusty, but nothing a bit of oil won't fix.
It's perfect. After the others and I settled our rooms, I went over to the center of the ship and felt something beginning to happen. It started to change as 7 diamond pedestals appeared around the center room.
Whoa, the Ark is reacting to the Matrix shards. Put them in.
I did as he said and placed down the 3 shards I had, causing the room to glow in their light. All right, just 4 more to go, and then I'll hopefully be strong enough to stop Sentinel Prime. Just then, an alarm started to sound out through the Ark.
That can't be right. It's picking up a signal from Alpha Trion, not too far from here.
What? Tell me where, now! I quickly rushed out to the signal. Please still be alive, Trion. Please! However, when I arrived, I saw Sentinel Prime and all of his men were standing in a clearing. And there, in the center of them all, was Trion. He's weak, but he's alive. On days 11 to 12, I slowly crept closer, trying to find an opening to save Alpha Trion.
Stop this at once, Sentinel! First you betray your own kind. Now this? Shut it! All of the life forms here are inferior to our kind. They deserve what's coming to them. And that big race they're so excited for is going to be their own demise.
Big race? What is he talking about? Just then, a beam of energy started to shoot down around his cage.
We'll talk again shortly. Enjoy your homecoming back to Cybertron.
No! I have to save him before he's teleported. I was about to run out, but Trion noticed me.
No, it's not safe.
Who are you talking to? Who's there?
Oh no! I quickly darted back behind some trees for cover as Sentinel's men started to search around the area. And because of this, Trion's cage was teleported back to Cybertron. You've got to be kidding me! I noticed the other Transformers were closing in on my location, so I made a run for it and escaped before I was seen. But as I left the forest, I saw a large stadium. Layson 5000? That's the race Sentinel was talking about. I need to find out what he did. They could be in trouble. On days 13 to 14, I ran into the stadium, where I saw countless humans in the stands all around me. Yo, whoa, let's see some burned rubber!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Layson 5000! You're in for a real treat tonight. We have our very own Transformer Champion Racing. Rebuilt by human hands, it's RC, the Wheeled Menace!
The crowd erupted with shouts again as I saw another Autobot, RC, at the starting line. What? RC, look! Sentinel Prime has done something to this race. If we don't do something, everyone here is in danger. But she didn't listen and just transformed into her bike form. Did you not just hear me?
Whoa, looks like we have a new challenger. I should have charged double for this. All racers, to the starting line.
Other humans started to line up around us in their different vehicles as RC continued to ignore me. You have to snap out of it. But before I could do anything, a horn sounded off as all of the racers zoomed out past me. No! I transformed and raced after them as a diamond truck.
The first obstacle our racers will face is the high-octane wind cannons. They better be careful or they'll be blown right off the track.
I watched as one of the racers in front of me passed the first cannon as it shot out deadly flames. Oh, it burns!
Whoa, that's not supposed to happen.
What the? Sentinel changed these traps to kill the racers? I barely managed to swerve around the flames and make it past the first obstacle. Now, I could see RC was way up at the front, entering the next phase. I need to catch up. On days 15 to 16, I was driving as fast as I could, trying to catch up to RC.
Now the next obstacle, the jump of doom!
We all raced towards a large ramp, as I noticed the track after it fell away into a pit of darkness. Wait! More humans unknowingly went driving off the edge, so I quickly shot out my diamond powers, making a platform of blocks to save them.
What the? Hey! I want a refund! I could have died!
No refunds. But look, there's only one obstacle left. Oh no.
I looked over and saw that RC was approaching the finish line, just as a large mechanical turret appeared across it. I shot out my abilities again, and this time I hit RC to the side, making the turret's deadly beam miss its attack. Because of this, my powers reacted with RC's spark, making her turn back to her normal self.
What the? Where am I?
It looks like the humans who put you back together didn't quite know what they were doing.
Hey, what are you doing, you two metalheads? My audience needs a winner.
No, dude. Can you see someone mess with your track?
What are you talking about? This track is the safest.
But as he said this, a trap malfunctioned and a large explosion shot out on the platform.
Everybody, run!
All of the humans scattered from the stadium and ran for their lives.
Well, that was certainly entertaining. But hey, did you absorb the Matrix to get those powers?
Only some of it. I'm still looking for the other shards.
I think I saw one not too long ago. Come with me, I'll show you.
On days 17 to 18, I followed RC as she brought me down deep into a mine shaft.
I swore I saw it down here somewhere. Uh-huh.
The cave opened in front of us, and there, in the center, was the crater of the next Matrix shard. I walked over to grab it when I started to hear laughing echo down the cave. What the? Who's that?
You don't remember, old friend?
Megatron? What are you doing here?
Just laying the perfect trap. You didn't think I'd let you get away after you destroyed Tidal Wave, did you?
He shot out a blast into the ceiling of the cave, causing it to cave in. Ah! No! Don't do this!
It's too late, Optimus. Sentinel's hostile takeover of this world has given me the freedom to do what I want. and I won't let you get in my way any longer.
More rubble started to crash down around us as RC got slammed to the side. There has to be a way out. Suddenly, I felt a pull towards the Matrix shard and grabbed it. This caused me to upgrade once again as I gained 5 more hearts and now had powerful jet wings attached to my back. Sweet. I looked around and saw that Megatron's attack had left a hole in the ceiling. There! I picked up RC and dashed towards the hole, barely escaping the cave with our lives.
Okay, that's enough near-death experiences for me.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you. On days 19 to 21, I returned to the Ark with RC. I made sure to fix her up a room on the ship so she could finally relax. Here you go.
Oh, thank goodness. Let me know when you see Megatron again. I'd like to personally pay him back for almost burying me alive.
Hold on. Did he just say Megatron? Did he?
Yep, still plotting his own evil plans like always. Now we have 2 major problems on our hands. I just hope we have enough allies to stop them both.
Hey, did someone say they needed some more allies? Yeah, how about 2?
Huh? I turned around to see that 2 more Transformers were on the Ark. Skids and Mudflap? When did you 2 get here?
We saw this crazy diamond shot. Yeah, looks like that Matrix thing we heard you looking for.
No way! Can you take me to it? The twins agreed and led me all the way to a familiar human city.
Yeah, look, the diamond shot is right up there for the taking.
I looked up and saw that he was pointing to the top of a skyscraper with a bright diamond glow from inside. Sweet! I took off with my jet wings towards it, but the moment I did, whoa! What was that? Is it a bird?
No, dude, it's a plane. No, it's that stupid robot again. Shoot him down.
Oh no! On days 22 to 26, I was racing through the air as the city police shot up at me with everything they had. I knew just one hit from their electric weapons would take me down, so I used the tall buildings as cover as I flew closer and closer to the shard. But as I flew over one of the rooftops, policemen were there waiting for me.
Open fire!
They shot out all kinds of rockets towards me, doing everything they could to knock me out of the air. Guys, please, I'm not your enemy. But they didn't listen, so I had to think quickly and drive down out of sight.
Hey, where'd he go?
Aw, man, did you guys lose him?
What the?
They all freaked out and fired all of their rockets in close range, but I created a wall of diamond blocks that blocked their attacks.
I should have stuck to blocking duty.
With that, I was finally able to fly towards the tallest skyscraper, where I could see the next Matrix shard. I went to fly towards it when I was hit back by a powerful electric burst. This caused my jet to malfunction as I slammed onto the street below.
Whoa, guess they got that force field up and running.
What? You knew that would happen? Before they could answer, I heard sirens coming closer as police cars started to turn down the street.
Hurry, this way!
On days 27 to 29, Mudflap led us over to an alley and used his drill hand to dig us an escape tunnel into the city's train system.
Oh, we didn't really know that was gonna happen, but we had our suspicions. Yeah, suspicions. Good work, bro.
Guys, seriously? I need to get that shard or I won't be strong enough to stop Sentinel. They led me over to a side tunnel in the subway where I could see tons of wires all leading to a central chamber.
Now that is the city's power grid. It's using up a lot of energy on that force field you just saw. And one solid hit from you will take the whole thing down for good. So, go get him, champ.
Thanks. I began to fly down the tunnel when I felt a strange buzz all around me. That's not good. Electricity shot out from the pipes around, zapping my entire body. It was surging out of control, and I had to focus on flying as fast as I could just to avoid it. Almost there! Just when I was about to make it to the center, I was struck by one of the bolts, making my body malfunction. I looked around to see that this caused all the electricity in the room to spark as well, as it began to shock my entire system. No! I fought with everything I had just to lift up my blasters towards the power grid. I just need one shot! At the last possible second, I shot my diamond blasters right at the grid, destroying it. That was close. All right, I got it.
Nice work. Now, this'll be easy if...
Huh? I looked down the track to see that a train was speeding down our tunnel. Run! Run! On days 30 to 32, the others and I were running as fast as we could down the tunnel as the train was racing towards us.
I can't die like this. I have so much to live for. Like what?
Focus, guys! I looked up to see that the tunnel we dug from the surface was just ahead, but Skids and Mudflap were starting to fall behind. Hold on! I shot out my diamond powers, making a stairway of blocks for us to run up safely into.
Man, I'm gonna have a word with public transportation. Yeah, that was seriously unsafe.
All right, while you two do that, I've got a matrix to rebuild. I flew up into the city, only to see that destroying the power grid had affected everything in sight. Street lights were flickering on and off, making it so that the humans were driving around recklessly. No, look out! I can't wait to get back home to my family. I can't wait to get back home and eat this burger. What the? I quickly slammed down in between the two cars and made walls of diamonds to stop them in place. You guys all right? Oh man, I dropped my burger. I then looked up and saw that a police helicopter was confused by the flashing lights and hit the side of one of the skyscrapers.
Yeah, I lost control. I'm going down.
I've got you! On days 33 to 35, I darted up into the air and shot out another diamond platform under the officer before he could fall.
Huh? It's you. You saved me?
That's what I've been trying to show you. I'm not one of the bad robots.
Well, I'll be, sorry. We just wanted to defend our people.
I understand. And if you let me have the diamond shard, I promise I'll use it to stop the Transformers that really hurt your city. He started to finally understand and allow me to fly up and grab the next Matrix shard. As I did this, my body surged with power, causing me to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts and can now enlarge my Transformer body at will. Awesome. Thank you. I'll do everything in my power to protect you humans.
Well, if that's the case, come with me. I got another surprise for you in the most secure place in the world. Area 51.
On days 36 to 39, the police escorted me out into the middle of a mesa biome where we came across the giant walls of Area 51. They led me inside, and there in the center of the base was another Matrix shard.
It's all yours, just as long as you keep your side of the deal. Got it?
I promise. I went up to grab it when suddenly a large missile exploded in front of me.
Hey, that wasn't us.
As the smoke cleared, I saw that none other than Starscream, Megatron's right-hand man, had swooped in and taken it.
Thanks for leading me right to it. Lord Megatron will be very pleased.
With that, he transformed into a jet and took off into the air. No! I quickly flew after him and was about to cut him off when...
Sorry, I was just trying to help.
Let me handle this! Starscream used this opportunity to get way ahead as we both started to jet through the tall canyons in the mesa. I knew I had to slow him down, so I began to send out diamond blasts, trying to do just that.
You fool! Nothing will stop me from following the Master's will!
He shot back a rocket, destroying an overhang in front of me. No, I'm not giving up that easily. On days 40 to 44, I burst through the rubble, using my new surge ability to grow in size. Get back here!
What the? How did you?
But before he could even react, I shot out another powerful diamond burst, destroying the part of the canyon he was under. The rubble collapsed down onto him, causing him to slam down to the ground.
You ignorant Prime! Can't you see that Megatron is our true leader?
Not well. I have the powers of the Matrix. We both rushed towards the Matrix on the ground, and thankfully, I was much faster than him. But he sent out a rocket, hitting the shard directly. It exploded with energy, sending me flying back.
If Lord Megatron can't have it, no one can!
I ran over to the shard, only to see that it had been cracked and lost all of its power. What? No! How do I fix this?
Optimus, come in! What was that power spike I just saw from the Ark?
B, it's the next shard. It's broken. We're done for.
Come on, Optimus. We can't lose hope. Bring it back to the Ark, and we'll find a way to fix it.
Right. I can't let this stop me. On days 45 to 47, I headed back to the Ark, where I saw that Skids and Mudflap had made themselves at home.
Yo, you guys got any of that frozen yogurt in this place?
Now's not the time, Skids. Show me, Optimus. What happened?
I threw the broken shard down in the middle, showing how it didn't react to any of the others.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
Yep, there's only one Autobot that might know how to fix this.
Wait, really? Who? RC led me over to the large screen in the base, where I saw a fading signal coming from the tundra.
This is the last place we got a signal from Ratchet. He has to be around here somewhere.
Ratchet? Well then, I'm gonna have to find him. I left for the base and flew all the way to the tundra. However, when I arrived, my vision was almost completely covered by a snowstorm. Maybe that's why we lost his signal. I just hope he's okay. As I said this though, I felt someone or something was nearby. What was that? Suddenly, a large chunk of ice came falling down onto me. Wah-ah! I tried to look around and see who had attacked me, but the blizzard was completely disorienting. Forget it. Finding Ratchet is my top priority. I tried to fly up into the air again, but my jet wings didn't work. Huh? Wait, are they frozen? I then saw another block of ice falling towards me. However, I jumped out of the way in time, but the impact caused the ice to crack under my feet. Oh no. Wah! On days 48 to 52, I landed down in a frozen cave. My head. With my wings frozen, I began to walk through the frozen tunnels, looking for another exit when I came across an ominous pit. But across the way was the unpowered shell of Ratchet. He was frozen in ice. There you are. I carefully began to leap between the icy platforms, trying not to slide off into the darkness below. But as I did, I heard the same roar echo out through the cave. I better hurry. Thankfully, I was able to make it all the way to Ratchet, and when I got close, I unleashed my Diamond Overdrive attack, which melted the ice around him. This also infused his shell with my power, which woke him up.
Optimus?
Hey, yeah, a lot going on. I don't fully know where we are either, but we gotta get out of here, now. We made a break for a nearby tunnel, only to be cut off by a massive Yeti?
I'm guessing not friendly.
Nope! Go the other way! Go! Go! On days 53 to 56, Ratchet and I were going as fast as we could, back across the parkour. The Yeti was hot on our tails though, and started to throw out more blocks that would crash down onto us. This made every jump even more difficult, and the slippery ice wasn't helping either.
Optimus!
No! I quickly formed a platform of diamond blocks under Ratchet, saving him from the fall.
Oh, thank goodness.
But because of this, I was hit with another heavy clump of ice, which knocked me down to low hearts. I'm not gonna make it.
Don't worry, I've got you.
He jumped closer and shot out a pulse of healing energy that restored me all the way to full health. Whoa. Hey, you fixed my wings too.
Then what are we waiting for?
I flew up and grabbed Ratchet, allowing us to easily fly over the pit and up to the surface. Dude, it was literally trying to eat us.
Oh, right. Can we go somewhere warm now?
On days 57 to 59, I led Ratchet all the way back to our base on the Ark. Once we made it back, I showed him the broken Matrix Shard. Without this piece, I don't think we'll have enough power to stop Sentinel.
I see. Give me a moment. I have an idea.
Ratchet began to focus his energy on the shard as it began to glow like the others. Yes, it's working. However, an alarm started to sound off through the Ark.
Optimus, it's Sentinel. He found us.
Can you fly us out of here?
Whatever is happening to the shard is messing with all our systems. We can't fly until Ratchet is done.
Okay, just hold on, everyone. I'll buy us some time. I flew out of the base to see the one and only Sentinel Prime.
So the Diamond Prime finally decides to show his face again.
Stay back, Sentinel.
Whoa, So much bravado. But why would I listen to a weakling like you?
On his command, his guards ran up to attack the Ark. No! I tried to fly over and stop them, but Sentinel shot me right out of the air.
So naive, Optimus. No matter how strong you think you'll get, I'll always be stronger.
He began to ruthlessly lay into me with attacks, bringing me down to low hearts before I can even fight back.
Cybertron will be mine, and after that, no world in this galaxy will be safe from my rule.
But suddenly, a powerful diamond burst shot out from the Ark, killing Sentinel's men and pushing him back.
What?
Time to go, Optimus!
B teleported me back onto the ship, and in a flash, we flew away safely. On days 60 to 63, I was extremely weak, but back to safety inside of the Ark. And there, in front of Ratchet, was the fixed Matrix Shard.
Hurry! Grab it!
I did as he said, causing its diamond power to flood into me. I gained 5 more hearts, and gained enhanced diamond vision, which allowed me to see through walls. Whoa.
Hey, I'm trying to change my oil over here.
Sorry. However, as I looked away from Skids, I noticed that another flying transformer was outside. What the? One of them survived? I flew out only to be greeted by Starscream?
Hold your fire, Optimus! I've come to bring you Lord Megatron, peacefully.
Yeah, and why should I trust you?
Well, Megatron has found the last Matrix Shard on this feeble planet. He wants to meet with you, privately.
I don't like the looks of this.
I know, but we don't have a choice. All right, Starscream, lead the way. I flew out with him, and after some time, we made it to a set of ancient ruins in the desert.
The Master awaits for you inside.
I hesitantly walked up to the entrance, and as I did, the shard's power within me began to react as the doors lit up. Whoa. On days 64 to 68, I walked inside of the strange temple, only for the doors to slam shut behind me. Starscream? What happened? But before I could get an answer, holes in the chamber ceiling began to open up and pour in tons of lava? Wah! I quickly flew up and began flying across the room, looking for another way out. There! I made a break for it when a glob of lava came shooting up, which hit me to the floor. I was able to jump out of the lava and began racing towards the exit when more began falling over it. Here goes nothing. I drove right through the lava fall, taking tons of damage, but finally I was able to escape. What was that about?
Ha! You actually made it.
I looked over to see that standing in the massive chamber was the Matrix Shard empowered Megatron. Yeah, why wouldn't I accept an invitation from an old friend?
Ah, yes. The days we would mine our lives away on Cybertron. We were so weak back then.
Well, we aren't now. And once you give me that last shard, we could take our home back from Sentinel together.
You think that is what this meeting is about? I'm not giving you the shard. I'm destroying you and taking them all for myself.
On days 69 to 73, Megatron rushed in to attack. He was clearly empowered by the last Matrix Shard and sent out powerful attacks trying to knock me into the lava. Don't do this, Megatron. We're stronger together.
No, you and Trion's pride is what allowed Sentinel to come into power. I won't trust anyone else to do what needs to be done.
He came in to strike me again, but I let out a burst, shoving him back. I don't want to do this, but you leave me no choice. I held nothing back and began to lay into him with all of my diamond abilities. He was strong, but his one shard was nothing compared to all the power I had gained. Take this!
You're a fool, Optimus. You aren't strong enough.
His words enraged me, but as I was charging up another attack, he sent out a strange hit, causing a portal to form in front of him. What the? I was pulled inside, and my vision was covered in complete darkness. When I awoke, I was stuck in the middle of a massive maze. This place, its power feels just like the Matrix of leadership.
Yes, you are now trapped inside of my shard, and you are never getting out.
On days 74 to 77, I began to drive through the maze as fast as I could, as deadly blasts of electricity shot out all around me. Come on, think! There has to be a way out of here! I then had an idea, and used my new diamond vision to look through the maze walls. Because of this, I could see a similar portal in the distance. That's it! I raced through the maze, after finding the best way to exit. But as I went, the blast of electricity only got worse and worse. I finally made it to the last hallway, but that was when the floor started to fall out below me into pure darkness. No! I drove as fast as I could, but I still wasn't fast enough. No, I wasn't strong enough. I was feeling hopeless, but that's what I remembered Alpha Trion's words from all of those days ago.
You have been chosen by the Matrix, Optimus! You are the one who will lead us all!
He's right. I won't let everyone down. With the burst of speed, I flew back up to the maze with my jet wings and finally flew back through the portal.
What? You survived? No!
Megatron tried to charge in for another attack, but with my newfound strength, I slashed into him, nearly taking him down. Stop this, Megatron! It's over!
You are nothing! You aren't strong enough to stop him!
And neither are you. That's what I've been trying to tell you. With all of us together, we can finally save our home.
Only for Cybertron.
For Cybertron. With that, Megatron threw me over the last shard of the Matrix of Leadership. Its power connected with my spark, causing me to grow larger in size, gain brand new abilities, and I now had 40 hearts. Yes, we did it!
Don't celebrate yet. We still have a battle in front of us.
Finally, I was able to bring Megatron back to my base as an ally.
Whoa! What is he doing here?
I swore I was going to.
Alright guys, stop. Megatron is gonna fight with us. We need him.
One slip up and you're going down, Megatron.
I'd like to see you try.
I called everyone to the center of the base as I placed down the last piece of the Matrix of Leadership. This caused all of the shards to glow as more and more diamond power started to pulse around the room.
Is that supposed to happen?
Hold on. With one final burst of light, the shards reformed into the Matrix of Leadership.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, that's how we do it on Cybertron!
Now what?
Now we go back home. On days 81 to 85, we made the long journey back to our home planet on the Ark.
Whoa, I never thought we'd make it back.
I know, but this time, we aren't going to lose.
No! Optimus! They're going to execute the miners! We have to save them!
But what about Alpha Trion?
We have to save as many Transformers as we can. Lead the way, B. We all began to run deeper into Cybertron and follow B's lead until he brought us to one of the Energon mines. There, lined up in the center, was a group of Cybertron miners, surrounded by Transformers loyal to Sentinel.
We mean nothing to Sentinel. Before long, he'll execute you too. Can't you see that?
His men didn't listen and raised their weapons to take them down. We have to save them. I leapt into action, shooting out my new diamond explosion attack to take some of them out.
Optimus, you came back?
I'm not letting any more Transformers die at the hands of Sentinel. Let's get you guys out of here. I tried to lead them out of the mine, but more of Sentinel's men came rushing in. Thankfully, though, my friends had my back.
Yeah! I've been waiting to cut loose.
With all of our strength combined, they didn't stand a chance as we began to take down all of their men in the mine. Unfortunately, though, our intense battle was destroying everything around us as the roof started to cave in. Hurry, everyone, this way! On days 86 to 90, I was leading the miners out of the Energon mines as it was caving in all around us. But I could tell they weren't going fast enough. Transform, guys! Come on!
We can't! Sentinel took that ability from us!
What? Just then, another clump of falling rubble smashed into one of the miners, nearly taking him out. No! I'm getting all of you out of here if it's the last thing I do! My diamond power surged within me as I let out an overdrive burst that washed over all the miners. Because of this, the Matrix of Leadership empowered them with the ability to transform.
Whoa! We can transform!
We were all much faster now and drove at crazy speeds towards the exit. But just before we got there, the tunnel collapsed in front of us. What do we do?
Leave it to me, Optimus.
Bulkhead charged forward, courageously smashing right into the rocks to burst open the exit.
Ah!
Go! With that, we finally made it out of the collapsing mine. But Bulkhead had taken a lot of damage.
He's not looking too good, Optimus. That took a lot out of him.
Oh, please. I can still... Ah!
You did well. All of you. Thank you for fighting for our world. But I have to make sure our kind survives. RC, lead Bulkhead and the others to the Ark. Stay there until the coast is clear.
Starscream, aid them!
But, Master!
Didn't you hear him? Go!
They all ran off, following RC's lead, as Megatron, Bumblebee, and I turned towards the center of Cybertron. On days 91 to 94, the three of us ran up to Sentinel's throne, just in time to see Sentinel Prime was recording Trion's execution to the entire planet?
Citizens of Cybertron, this is the face of a bot that wished to dethrone me, the purest example of high treason. May all who stand in my way think of his actions, and remember, even he wasn't strong enough.
You are a fool, Sentinel. My pupil is going to do what I could not. He will end your reign of terror. He is the one chosen to lead us into a new era of Cybertron!
Shut it! The strongest are meant to rule. Every other bot isn't even close to my level of power. I will lead Cybertron into an age of conquest, and it all starts with the death of you!
No! In a burst of speed, I used the Matrix of Power to move faster than I ever had before, to hit Sentinel back.
Ha! I knew this would lure you back out to the open. Welcome to the real execution.
On his command, all of the bots loyal to him came rushing into the room and began to attack us. It's an ambush. They surrounded me within an instant and began to overwhelm me with their deadly slashes. Ah!
Optimus, no!
I thought I was done for, when suddenly a powerful explosion knocked them back.
Sentinel, this ends now!
Megatron and B rushed in and began to take down Sentinel's men left and right. Tryon! Looks like I made it just in time.
I'm so proud of you, my pupil. You finally reached your potential. Now, hurry and place the Matrix of Leadership at its rightful spot. Only then can you restore hope to the heart of Cybertron.
I was about to run to the throne, but as I turned, I saw Sentinel had fired off a deadly blast right towards me. It came in, and after a flash of light, I was unharmed? Huh?
Ah! Finish this, Optimus. Only you can.
Tryon! No!
Whoa! This whole setup was just to lure you back here. But that did feel good to finally kill that relic of the past.
His words enraged me as I fired out an explosion towards him.
Whoa! Is that all you've got? You still think you're stronger than me?
I tried to run up and slash into him, but more of his guards stepped in the way. Just then, they were all taken down in an instant by Bumblebee.
Optimus, stay focused. Don't let him get in your head. This is what Tryon trained us for. You can do this.
Thanks, B. Sentinel, Cybertron no longer belongs to you, and I won't stop until you give up the throne.
Then you're just gonna have to kill me for it.
Sentinel charged in and was by far the strongest opponent I had ever faced. It felt like just one attack from him was tearing me to pieces. However, I was much stronger now and knew I wasn't going to let all my friends down. I flew up and began to rain down a barrage of diamond attacks at him, using all the abilities I'd gained from my entire journey. However, he slammed me back down to the ground with another hit.
Still as weak as ever, Optimus. You are no ruler. You're nothing more than scrap under my feet.
On day 100, Sentinel Prime was about to take me down for good when I felt a surge of power unlike anything I had ever felt. I let out the most powerful diamond explosion I could, sending him flying back into the wall. You use your power to lead with fear, Sentinel, but our kind needs to be led by hope. We need to be the protectors of the world, not conquerors.
I will not be defeated by some stupid!
But before he could finish his sentence, Sentinel was taken down by a deadly blast from behind me. What the? I turned around to see none other than Megatron?
Finally, with him gone, Cybertron will have no choice but to fall under me!
Without hesitation, Megatron shot Bumblebee head-on, sending him flying back. Stop! What are you doing?
As much as I hated Sentinel, he was right. You can only rule with power, and I only worked with you today to take that very power for myself!
Megatron fired another blast at me, and in my weakened state, I dropped the Matrix of Leadership. He picked it up, causing him to grow much larger in size. No! I took to the air and tried to fight back with everything I had, but it felt like nothing was working.
Always so hopeful, Optimus. You are still nothing compared.
Just then, Megatron was stunned by a shock of diamond power? The Matrix. It chose me. Only I could use its power.
What? No!
He went to fire at me again, but I was much faster and dashed in to take him down with one final explosion. Yes, we did it! With the Matrix in hand, I was now able to restore hope to the heart of my home.